dormakaba's aesthetic as a European aesthetic, I think translates really well to the US. I don't think they should try to adjust it based on a misperception maybe of what US markets would want. I think if you have a great product, like any European product, any Asian product, any wherever, well, those products always do well if they're just well designed. So I don't think you need to necessarily adjust anything. I think that the brand will survive kind of just by being solid design and good product.
As far as interior architecture, I would say that that's where we get into interior design, and it depends on what the story, the concept is, because you can have eclectic architecture and then it doesn't really matter that much about what type of color scheme you go with. But if you are going, ultra modern, we are going to be hypersensitive about, some finish that just is glaringly different.
Being true to what the base material is, so in other words, not making metal look like wood, but for the most part, I think leaning more towards like the silver kind of stainless steel kind of pure metals is where I kind of lean towards.
People are, within these spaces, you don't necessarily need to have electronic or, digital kinds of controls. I think probably what my experience is that it's more mechanical locking devices that are used in most tenant spaces.
It gives the flexibility to get a little bit wider if needed, while keeping the main product as narrow as it can be, while also giving some design flexibility. I could see a hotel operator wanting to add a little bit more visual bling or interest to it by using those frames.
As soon as you inject technology, there's an obsolescence. If a platform can be developed where there is some level of modularity around the technology component, that would be seen as more sustainable in terms of a solution that had some adaptability or retrofitability. Product right now is not necessarily dictated by the technology, it's dictated by the retrofitability for the US market.
I'm primarily happily surprised that the traditional European door handle makes it into the US. For the longest time it used to be a door mount, now it's a handle and it's accepted. So I think on that level, and because it's a very neutral helper that is required, it can be a universal language.
They should be intuitive. So if we try to reduce the complexity, absolutely yes, it should be intuitive. So not so much like, here I'm a turnstile and everybody is like, okay, how can I use it? It should be intuitive, like as if it wasn't there.